Mrs. or Mr. Onkome, here representing the board director, Mrs. Yalo Ngonji, National Program Director of SOS Children's Village, here represented, Mr. Hakim Amwele, my brother here, the CEO of Wenipa Town Council, Mr. Malakia Yongeni Chico, acting CEO of Ondangwa Town Council, Dr. Sioni Kela, in your own capacity as a stronger advocate in natural resources management and a PhD holder in environmental management and sustainable science, a newly graduate and wish to graduate you. It's a very big achievement, especially to you learners, so you can study and become a PhD holder in natural resources management. When we talk of it's part of what we are talking about today. So don't lock yourself out. Distinguished stakeholders from various institutions in your respective capacities, let me also respect our pastor for this morning, for your strong message and for your volunteerism to come and open this engagement with a prayer. Dear young people, learners, I see also there are teachers here, students from different institutions, members of the media, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Good morning. You are here to talk and discuss and you are saying, what is that? You should respond as young people of this country. It is a great honor and privilege to join you all this morning at this official opening of the National Youth Climate Summit, a landmark event that brings together young Namibians, partners, and policymakers under one roof to chart a sustainable future for our country and our planet. Ladies and gentlemen, climate change is no longer a distant threat. It is a present and escalating reality that continues to reshape our environment, disrupt livelihood, and test our resilience as a nation. Namibia, despite contributing minimally to global carbon emissions, remains among the most climate vulnerable countries in the world. That's why our government is really doing very good. It even budgeted 15.1 billion for mitigating on this mitigating plan of climate change up to Vision 2030. Our people are living through its harsh impacts, prolonged drought that parch our farmland and threaten food security, floods that displace families and destroy homes, roads, and schools. Some of you sometimes you have difficulties to access your schools during rainy season. It's part of climate change. Heat waves that reduce crop yield and endanger the health of our elderly and children. Wind storm and field fires that erode the natural balance of our ecosystems. These disasters are not isolated events. They are symptoms of a planet in distress. A clear call for immediate and coordinated action. The effects of climate change on our ecosystems are devastating. Our rivers and wetlands are drying up. Biodiversity is shrinking, and fertile soil are turning into dust. The Oceania plains, once rich with life and agricultural activity, now experience recurring drought and declining groundwater levels. When our ecosystems collapse, everything collapses. Our food system, our water supply, our wildlife, and the livelihood that sustain rural communities. The loss of one species, the drying of one river, or the failure of one rainy season has far-reaching consequences that ripple across our society and economy. Climate change is not just an environmental challenge, it is a human development crisis. It deepens poverty, displaces families, and widens social inequalities. In our communities, we have seen how families lose their livestock and crops, how young people are forced to migrate to urban areas in search of opportunities, and how traditional livelihoods are being threatened by forces beyond our control. In short, climate change threatens our future as a people, our health, our security, and our rights to live in a safe and sustainable environment. Yet, amid this crisis lies a powerful opportunity, the opportunity to act, to innovate, and to transform. This is where our young people come in. The theme of this summit, our climate, our responsibility. Namibian Youth in Action is not merely a slogan, it is a national call to duty. Our youth must rise as the frontline defenders of our planet, the scientists of innovation, and the ambassadors of sustainable living. Through initiatives such as Eco Champions Project, our young people are already demonstrating that they are not passive victims of climate change, but active problem solvers. Planting trees, recycling wastes, embracing clean energy, and influencing policies that protect our environment. As the regional government, we reaffirm our unwavering commitment to Namibia's national agenda on climate resilience. Our efforts are anchored in the National Determined Contribution, the National Youth Policy, and the National Climate Change Strategy and Action Plan, which align with the National Development Plan 6 national or developmental priorities. Ladies and gentlemen, the battle against climate change cannot be won by government alone. It requires collective commitment from every individual, every community, every institution, and every private sector partner. We must reimagine our relationship with nature. We must shift from overexploitation to restoration, from differences to responsibility, and from thought to action. Let us invest in green innovation, renewable energy, and sustainable agriculture. Let us plant trees, conserve water, and preserve biodiversity, not as a choice, but as a duty to the generations that will inherit this land. The time for complacency has passed. The floods, the droughts, the fires, they all remind us that nature is sending us a message, and it is our duty to respond. Let this National Youth Climate Summit ignite a renewed sense of purpose and agencies among our young people. Let it be remembered as the turning point where Namibians youth took bold steps toward a greener, cleaner, and a more resilient nation. Together, we can turn the tides against climate change. Together, we can protect our ecosystems, our communities, and our shared future. Our climate is our responsibility, and our time to act is now. And thank you very much for your kind attention.